Astrology, a widely chatted about topic throughout the communities and society. Whether you're a die-hard astrologist devout to the stars, your average random checker of online sites to see what Monday holds for you in your zodiac, or even perhaps what planets are in retrograde, to your disbelievers and shamers of the community who seemingly blames life's planetary alignments on why their life is going to shit. Realistically, what all these people have in common is their misunderstanding, their lack of knowledge of what astrology in its pure form was meant for, what it's reflecting. To understand what it was meant for, we need to understand and know a few basic things about life in general. 1. Your entire world is made up of vibration, meaning you are exuding a collective combination of different vibrations, frequencies, and experiencing them reflected in everything that you are and you perceive. This includes, but is not limited to, your body, all of its senses, what you call other, and the sights, sounds, and physicality that you perceive. This includes your stars, your universe, your world, and the universe's alignment or lack thereof. And the same goes to your physical body's harmony and health. So, 2, this goes on from knowing it's all vibration, this means that the stars and the planets which we are speaking of are reflecting a vibrational compatibility, an alignment which has been chosen prior through our vibration. These are physical metaphors for you to observe your vibration through. And it's a slice in time that you are choosing to experience to have physicality manifest for you. To put this clearly, everything you have and perceive has an energy to it. I don't mean some kind of out there unperceivable energy. I mean literal energy, down to its measurable frequency of its hertz, to its magnetic pull and push, even gravitationally. Different planets have different sounds, as they are made up of not just one element usually, but many, and some solid, some gas, some liquid. All of these factors change and add to the frequencies it exudes. So when particular planets are in a certain lineup, particular energies, this creates an orchestra of these sounds together into a whole new frequency of the collective. And because of this, this is a whole entire new song, an literal orchestra, which is created for whoever is able to perceive these. It's still there, but are you perceiving it? This is one aspect that we're considering in the manifestation of all of planets. Another is its manifestation of the electromagnetic energy. Anytime there is an electric charge in motion, this creates a magnetic field around that energy. So the stronger an electric current is, the larger and stronger its magnetic field will be and is produced. These magnetic fields can interfere with another, and depending on it, you will either get a pushing or, well, that's called repelling. You will either push or you will be pulled in and attracted. So these can either go like this or like this and pulled in. And so, continuing on our topic of planets, the more electric energy it's producing means different magnetic fields. This will vary on the individual expressions which we are speaking of, but you can see that due to all these energies specifically manifested in their masses and their individual existences, this will alter not only the magnetic field, but additionally its gravitational field, which pulls energy. It does not push, it only pulls energy, and we can see this energy exchange to our planet, a pulling. So to put that into perspective, we are now dealing with not only the sounds produced, by its vibrational expression, but we're also dealing with the manifestation of its magnetic force and its gravitational force, which again is just the attraction pulling energy versus a either or of pushing and pulling, one or the other. So for some quick examples, one we could look at, very commonly known, is the moon. The moon's gravitational pull and other unique factors play a part in pulling our ocean's waves in particular directions. These are referred to as bulges of water within the Earth's, on the Earth's surface. We are mainly water beings, interestingly enough. So it makes sense when we are going to feel the subtle effects of pulling energies, of literal gravitational pulls, when the moon is in certain positions, and let alone in wide-scale measurements. So we look at that one. Another one is when planets are in particular alignments from the point of Earth. We have, in certain cases, more alignment with planets and not with others. These energies, what they're expressing, what is not being expressed, can be either very hectic or very soothing, depending on its sound or vibration. And if we're not compatible with it at the moment, it's going to cause a chaotic interference. Imagine playing two tones with two completely different frequencies, two different vibes. Maybe you have a really sad love song and one is literally playing at a destructive, disresonant tone, and the other is playing at a go-lucky song which has a lot of comfort. You're going to feel a discomfort and pulling towards one while pushing at the other because you're more compatible with whatever you're attracted to versus in resistance to. That's just one example. Another is the retrograde metaphor, which has the illusion of planets backpedaling, or what we think is, but is actually the expression of energy expressed wide scale, the appearance of going backwards only to be going forward. It's just our perception. Another is particular astrological signs which we give collective energies to symbolize. For example, Scorpios are known for their death and rebirth energy. Cancer is popularized as the emotional crybaby. And Leos for their outgoing, charismatic energy. Another metaphor for what energies are being presented, what we're viewing, what we're tapping into, and what we're expressing most importantly. One thing to note, when I say a metaphor, this refers to an image or expression which reflects what I would refer to at baseline, a familiar energy, a frequency which we would then label and then archetype, but it's a particular frequency which can be measured and then reflected physically. This can actually be both in the actual object and then the energy being when you perceive that. So it's a double whammy there. That being said, covering the fact that they are all just vibrational expressions being present based on the energies that we exuded to match these expressions, we have to carry this to our topic of what this means moving forward. Now, many people who are into astrology, whether it's those who dedicate their life to studying the stars, or those who randomly see their fortune based on the astrological placements, both share in common usually a misconception, but it's sometimes subconscious, but others consciously, of an agreement to be ruled by what the stars say, okay? Based on either what others tell them these stars mean, what they symbolize themselves, or what they choose these stars symbolize. It's just a case of, well, some also just say it is what it is, but it's an unhealthy to base your future or past or anything based on even this present moment. This present moment is a reflection showing, okay? Giving you exactly what you're vibrationally have given, which is present in your field. It's unconditional and doesn't feel one way or another, but it also isn't dependent on if you're feeling now, you can't change that. It's not saying that. So whether it's distorted vibrations that you're experiencing or the most harmonious ones and the most thriving, it will always reflect to you what you are giving it. But at any point, can you change that? To be aware of what you are expressing and seeing what you are is needed to objectively look at a vibration being exuded or has been. You need something to be able to see what you are giving. With that said, the stars are just another reflection of what you have been giving. You have been saying. Have is our key word here today because it's our argument, our proof why we are not ruled by the stars or anything that is physically present. In the act of being conscious, we have to take what we have once identified with and objectively, without attachment, look at it. We, from this state, can also see what we chose to once not identify with and actually see how it is all us, totally and utterly. If we can tap into it, we at some level are producing that energy on our own. We have an ability to match to it. In that understanding, we can only use planets or astrological understandings from a place of it may very well be giving an accurate and truth-given metaphor, okay? But it is only that, a metaphor for what was. It's to make you aware, it's to make you conscious of what you have been giving, conscious of what you've not been conscious of, and sometimes to just reaffirm what you are conscious of. To become conscious, you realize this world is nothing more than one of the infinite timelines out there, which you have particularly chosen based off a vibrational compatibility. One which, even as we speak right now, are being collapsed and shifted most likely an uncountable amount of times, just in this moment that we speak. The universe, it's not punishing you when planets are giving you some whack energy. Heck, even when your life is literally going to shit. It is just vibration playing out. It is normal and is natural. It's a part of growth and transmutation, and it's just a reflection. At the end of the day, all it is just transmutation. So yes, objectively, the stars and planets, they are real. They are very much reflecting things to you. They will tell you what your identifications are, what you thought, what you chose, what your vibration held. But in showing you what was present, and maybe still is present, you can then, from there, choose what you want to continue to identify with and what your new now is. Your new now vibration. You of now is not the you of any other time. You have the immediate transmutation of the now from a lack of attachment to our past or future. So, still on the topic of astrology, but this goes so far. Whether you perceive your astrological chart being beneficial, degrading, or a joke to you, the fact remains is the planets that you were born with are nothing more than a reflection to the cards that you chose of this hand. Even the planets which are occurring right now. These cards, whether they be a shitty card or a great card, the best imaginable, it does not mean you're going to win or you're going to lose this game. But in every moment, are you picking up cards and setting down cards, different energies? You're playing a game of what do I want? You're choosing, but it's a question of whether you do this subconsciously or do you do this consciously? Your choice of coming into the states of conscious awareness and vibration allows you to consciously transmute them. Transmutation happens more than you can imagine. Even when you aren't aware, you are still transmuting. And so, not even a moment goes on when we haven't completely altered and alchemically changed our surroundings. Whether it looks like the most familiar same surroundings you saw like 5 seconds ago in your time, or it looks like the world changed to something you can't even understand and it will never look like how it did. Recognize that change is naturally occurring in every perceivable moment, and through our state of interaction, our consciousness, whether it's subconscious or conscious. So, astrology will be nothing more than a reflection on a grand scale to our collective vibration. So, although these planetary alignments have effects on us, vibration through just the hertz, the sounds, the pushes and pulls, it's just a reflection. How much something is being pulled towards you or being pushed is still a reflection. So together we make that choice of what it means and what it means to become. Like, what does it mean to you in this moment? Your choice. And what does it choose to be in this moment? Your choice after. From just observing, you learn what you're expressing. You learn what you are in plain sight. So, are you going to continue to ignore or be bound to what you're being shown in your reality? Or are you going to observe and change? Choose to see from it. The image will always be shown to you, but it's your question of what do you want to do with it? What do you choose this time? The stars are on your side in consciousness. It's all you. Your choice. Enjoy the reflection. Bye-bye.